Hi, my name is Kayla. I'm just getting on here to do like a little venting, I guess. Um, I started my journey to where I pre-op journey to do weight loss surgery. Bariatric sleeve is what I'm doing. I'm in my fourth month, almost fifth month of classes and appointments, and basically all I have to do left is 2 more classes, um, a therapy session, and a support group per my insurance. I just want to get on here to say that I'm getting ready to be 27 on April 10th. I've struggled with my weight since high school, but it wasn't like obese weight. I wasn't way off the charts. I was just a little thicker than everybody else, which is nothing wrong with. I didn't find anything wrong with it. But now, after having 2 kids and going through a divorce and going into now I'm remarried. The first marriage was to my children's father. I have a 4-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old daughter. We were married for about 2 years, together for 7. I got pregnant pretty quick. I was actually in my senior year when I got pregnant. And then I had her June 22nd. So about a month after graduation. We had like ups and downs and things, so we would fight a lot, and it wasn't a very healthy relationship at all. When my daughter was about 6 months old, we got into a physical altercation to where I ended up on crutches due to it. I got a PFA, that is a protection from abuse. We had no contact. We had to talk through our parents. That being said, not too long after, he sweet talked me again, and we tried again. And then we were together for 7 years, and we had Carly. We had Chloe first, then Carly, and then we got married to June of 2015. Yeah, it wasn't that long ago. We were married technically for 2 years, but we were separated for probably about 7-8 months before our 2 years. In that time, I found comfort in a family friend that kind of evolved into more, and we dated for quite a while. And then after, I want to say about 8 months, I not introduced them as a boyfriend or anything, but I introduced them as a friend because they already knew him as a friend. But we went to a park and he came and we hung out and did things like that for quite a while. And then a few months later, everything was going great. My kids were always asking about him. He was helping them do homework, any activities they had to do for school. he was the father figure that they really needed. So after a few more months, we moved in together. I have my own place, so he moved in with me. About 7 months later, it moved pretty fast. 7 months to 8 months later, maybe, I'm not sure. But we got married, well, got engaged, and then right after that, it was like a few months, and then we got married at the courthouse, and our 1 year is going to be June 23rd of this year, the day after my daughter Chloe's 8th birthday. Now that I'm in this healthy relationship and I have support with the journey of going through bariatric, because my first husband, I went to the community meeting that you first do, and he was so against it. He didn't want me to do it because he was afraid I was going to lose weight and I was going to leave him and things like that. So he's like, you're going to ruin our marriage because of this. What kind of person are you? What kind of mother are you? Things like that. And of course, telling me what kind of mother I am, I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't do this. So I didn't. And that was even before we got married. That was when we were just dating and living together. And we were probably together 3 years, and I was gonna do this. Then this relationship that I'm in now with my second husband, he is absolutely amazing. He went to my first meeting. He always asks like how my appointments went. Do I have appointments? What type of appointment is it? What kind of outcome are we wanting? He wants to see like the paperwork. He's watched the videos with me that we have to watch to answer questions. We sat down and went through my binder and went through all the different things that they gave me, such as what type of foods I can eat and the different stages and the medications and the protein and all the different items that I need beforehand to make sure I have at home. He's making sure that I have everything. Next, he wants to get me a good blender, so I have that for when I need to do my shakes and my puree and all that different stuff. He's very encouraging. We did take the batteries out of the scale at home because I was starting to be obsessed with it. I was like checking my weight every day, which obviously your weight fluctuates throughout the day and things like that. And you might be bloated one day and all different reasons why you might have a couple more ounces or a couple more pounds on. And then I would obsess over that and be like, I need to lose this weight before my next appointment. And that's hard because in high school, I was with someone that was like ashamed, I guess, of me, it seemed like. I wasn't allowed to tell him we were dating. I wasn't allowed to talk to him in school unless it was like a group activity and it was only about like school stuff. We couldn't talk about like us or anything like that, or on like the bus, even if we had to ride the bus or if we drove type thing. You had to wait till like he took his vehicle, I took mine, and then meet him at his house. He would actually make me park in the garage so no one knew that that was my vehicle, because I had a very unique vehicle when I was 17, 18. he kind of shamed me sometimes about being thicker, and that kind of got stuck in my head, and I've had self-esteem problems ever since then. I actually first I started eating and then purging for quite a while. I would exercise all the time, any chance I could. As soon as I got home, I did my homework, I'd eat dinner, purge, then I would go and I'd exercise until it was time for me to go to sleep. So I was so tired, I couldn't do anymore. And that was just my daily routine. If I went, goodness gracious. If I went to his house after school, I would just say I wasn't hungry and things like that, so I didn't have to eat. And we would like jump on the trampoline and things like that to get at least some type of exercise in, or playing the Wii game. And then when I got home, I would do more. I didn't really like sit around or do anything. I pushed myself and pushed myself. Now that I'm eating healthy and I'm on track and not having a person there like telling me like you're gonna fail or you're too big already, it's gonna take a lot of work, and do you think you're strong enough to do that? Are you the type of woman that's able to become the ideal woman? Telling me that I can't do it because I'm going to ruin a relationship, or that if I do this, I'm putting myself first and not my children. And everybody asks me why I want to get it done. It's very simple. People tell me it's because of my self-esteem. Of course, everybody wants to lose weight and feel good and look good, but I've always wanted to lose weight ever since I had my kids, especially now, one being in preschool, one being in second grade. It's hard because I want to go do things with their school, but then I sit back and in my mind I'm like, well, I'm the fat mom and things like that. And it kind of gets to you and it wears you out mentally and emotionally. But if I lose the weight, I feel maybe I'll be able to keep up with my kids more. Or I can go sit by the pool and be okay. I get anxious just going to grocery stores. I think people are looking at me and saying, like, how disgusting is that? Look how fat she is, and things like that. But I also want to do it because of my health. I have really bad arthritis in my knees. I have back pain, and I have hip pain from when I had pelvic separation for my second pregnancy, which is very, 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 very painful. Basically, it feels like your pelvis private area is crushing all the time, popping as you walk. I can tell you, giving birth with that condition, if anybody has had that and no epidural, it is excruciating pain, and I would never want to go through it again or have anybody else go through that, because it is horrible. I also want to do it because my parents were very obese. They had the actual gastric bypass done about when I was 17, I think it was. so over 10 years ago, or about 10 years ago, they were pretty big. But I never thought of them different because of it. I was never embarrassed of my parents. I always wanted them at all my school functions. I always wanted them to go on field trips, come to my classroom and do things, hang out, and have friends over. My brother, on the other hand, seemed like he never wanted my parents at school. He was embarrassed by them because of their weight and things. And I guess I didn't care, and I guess I shouldn't care as much when I go to my kids' schools. I still do it. I still go on field trips. I do classroom parties, things like that, and go to parent committees, but it's still, I'm very self-conscious the whole time, and it's hard to concentrate. Now that I've been on this new journey with my husband to get weight loss surgery, I'm very excited because so far I've lost 18 pounds. I've gone down 4 pant sizes, I believe. Some of my shirts are a little looser than normal. I can tell I'm a little more energetic. But I'm still kind of nervous because even though my husband's supportive and stuff, he does sit down randomly when we're like watching TV or I'm folding clothes. He'll come back and he'll say like, "Hey, how are you feeling about your surgery? Do you still feel comfortable doing it? Are you excited?" And I'm like, yeah, I'm super excited. I'm still scared a little bit. Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. Like, I can't wait. Like, I wish I could do it now and start the process, but I can't because insurance, it's a 6-month process. But he'll bring up things like, what if you get more attention? What if you are pursued more? What is going to happen with us? And things like that. And I get that. That's normal to feel like that. Because a lot of people that I know, not family-wise, because everybody in my family that had the surgery is still married. Like, they're still happily married. They do things together. But I do have friends and things that had the surgery and they're divorced or broken up because they couldn't handle, either A, their partner couldn't handle them getting more attention, because it's like your pool of fish is like this big and then it becomes like this big, and they get kind of, they get overwhelmed. They have people pursuing you, people hitting on you. You're theirs. They don't want that. But on the other hand, the person that had the surgery is also like, well, I'm getting all this attention. You're old news. Let me go see what else I can find. Or, this is old. I want to go crazy, go wild, have a new life. And that's okay. Whatever makes you happy. But on top of that, don't just drop a relationship or a marriage for just to go have a good time, to get some kind of cheap thrill out of it. You should, if things start to get rocky, try counseling together, date nights, just turning off the TV, go put your phone somewhere else in a different room, and sit down and just talk. Make plans together, talk about your future, talk about your day, just anything, how you're feeling, what's going on in your head, or what's going on at work, things like that. Just try to stay connected as much as you can, is how I feel. Now, since I've lost this 18 pounds, and I'm sorry I keep jumping around, I see my confidence a little bit better, but I'm still like, I have that little pooch from when I had kids. My first daughter, I bounced back like that. My second daughter, I didn't even gain any extra pounds, and I just have this little pooch now. And I've tried for 4 years to get rid of it, and nothing seems to be working. Trying to think what else I can say. Like, I'll show you what I look like. Let me just move my chair, sorry. I do have my little pooch here. I do have, obviously, big hips and things, and that isn't always ideal for people. I'm hoping that I can lose this weight and get fit. I used to be so big into field hockey and basketball, and I did volleyball for a little bit. I mean, sports was just everything. And I still have, like, all my field hockey sticks and stuff. And my oldest daughter loves playing with them, and I'm teaching her different things. But I get worn out quickly sometimes because of my weight, and it's just exhausting, and it's also emotionally hard because it's like, and mentally, because you want to be able to keep up with your kids. You want to be able to make sure they have a good childhood and have all these different memories of, like, mom going to the park and doing the monkey bars, or mom playing in the yard shooting field hockey balls back and forth, playing basketball on the driveway, going for bike rides, going for walks around the development, all different things that I want to make sure my kids have memories of. Obviously, like, I don't have any memories like that. It's more me playing on the park and stuff, and my mom sitting on the bench and just watching me, or sitting from the car or the bleachers. But I understood why they couldn't. I never held that against them. I'm just grateful that as I got older that they did it, because now that I'm going to be 27, I do all kinds of things with my parents. We go out to dinner, we go walk around the park. I play Pokemon Go, so we play that. We go out and do raids and things together, if you understand that. We go out on the weekends when I can. My husband and I and my parents go on motorcycle rides when the weather's great. We do cookouts. We have friends over at their house. We play my parents in their garage. They have a big garage, so we play play pool, and there's darts and music, and there's a fridge with drinks in it, and we just have fun. And I'm grateful I get to do that now as an adult. I get to experience time with my parents. But the greatest part about it all is my kids get to have amazing grandparents now. My mom goes out and plays on the sidewalk and does chalk. She walks behind them or in front of them while they ride their bikes or their little electric four-wheelers or Jeeps. She pulls them in the wagon around the development. They take them to the park. They play in the yard with them. They do arts and crafts and gets on the floor and plays Legos. They do all the stuff that a grandparent should do. And my kids are obsessed with them. Those are, besides, as in, other than me and their stepfather, that's really big in their life. Their grandparents, which is my parents, are their everything. And I want to be able to get it done now so I can have those memories with my kids, and then later on my grandkids. And I think this is the best choice I can do in my life, as in to get my life back on track and be the mom, the wife, the daughter, the niece, the cousin that I should be, where I can go out and do things and be confident and not get winded and not be in pain, dancing on the dance floors and stuff like that. I'm very excited, and I think what I'm just going to keep doing is doing little vents like this, venting or vlogging, or like a little diary to look back on through my journey. I wish I would have done it sooner, but life happens, and I didn't think I would have the courage to talk about it, let alone post it where everybody can see. But yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later, and you guys have an amazing day.